Stewart and Carmichael. Look, comes right up behind him a couple of times, but he has to go somewhere he doesn't want to in order to try to make a pass, because James Stewart's lines are nearly perfect around this track.
And watch, they're catching some lap riders right now. This is a triple down, and Carmichael makes the triple. Can he pull up along the outside?
He'll cross back inside with a lap rider in the way. Can't make it happen there. He's right behind James again, though.
And James is such a smart racer. He knows the block goes inside. Watch right here. He's going to go to the left of the lap rider. Keep Carmichael from being able to take advantage of him on the left.
Lap rider's doing a good job of moving over, though, and letting the leaders race.
That was the veteran Kyle Lewis there. Been around a long time.
On the green, number 7. Ricky Carmichael on the Suzuki yellow, number 4.
Okay, see, we got a lap rider on the inside. Carmichael pulls right up on the rear wheel. It's a drag race over the double.
And this is where Carmichael has begun to try to set up James Stewart in previous laps. Right here. Gets up alongside. Together over the jump. Carmichael draws even. Maybe a little bit ahead. Stewart is there, but that right-hander. Now here's where Carmichael's been trying to get it done. He's got a lap rider parked in the way and can't use that wide line. But boy, oh boy, it's getting closer and even more exciting. Here goes Carmichael to the inside. Stewart made a little mistake and did the blocking, and Ricky Carmichael has the lead. Now it's going to be interesting to see, as the cat has become the mouse, whether James Stewart can fight back.
Unbelievable effort by Ricky Carmichael, a 10-time motocross champion, just going inside, outside, really putting out a burst of effort and energy here, trying to achieve his 100th motocross win of his career. Incredible pass on James Stewart.
Now, if Stewart has anything for him, he's going to have to take a moment or two and gather himself. See, now he's in an unfamiliar position. He has not been behind Ricky Carmichael all weekend here, and now it's the first time. Let's take another look at this past sequence.
And you can see Carmichael just really setting this up. Lap after lap here. He's trying to pull to the left side, but it's not going to work. Stewart slams the door, and he squares him up right here. You can see how wide Stewart has to go. Nice move by Ricky Carmichael.
He had been trying that move in the same spot lap after lap, finding the right way to get around. He had to connect quite a few dots to make that move happen. But now Ricky Carmichael is out in front, and we're going to have to see if the Supercross champion James Stewart can fight back. Meanwhile, Michael Lessie having the best ride of his big bike season. Motorsports, well, Richard Petty the King sits atop with 200. Ricky Carmichael with 147 combined Supercross and Motocross wins. 91 for the great Michael Schumacher, and John Force of Force in Drag Racing is with 122. And Jeff, that's an amazing record right there. To be compared with those three guys, the only two-wheeled man in the bunch.
Yeah, it is just an incredible career that Ricky Carmichael has had. And just like the effort that we just seen as he went past James Stewart late here in this second moto, that's why he has been so dominant. Just incredible statistics for Carmichael.
And we could start an argument right now about the physical demands and the relatively short career that motorcycle racers at this level have to get that many wins on two wheels, considering the physical demands that are required of it. Well, you know, you could say that one motocross win is worth 2 car wins, couldn't you?
Well, and the one thing about it is that's 147 wins, okay? We have about 28 races a year. This is Carmichael's 11th year. So his win percentage is probably higher than all of those other motorsports athletes. And he certainly is respected among action sports, motorsports, major league sports. He's been one of the greatest athletes of all time.
Of course, he's going to join the four-wheeled ranks here himself as he retires from motocross competition on two wheels. He's going to go and racing, starting with late model cars, and we assume that his goal, of course, is to get to the Nextel Cup level where Richard Petty earned his 200 wins. But it is an amazing record considering that none of those other guys have to race twice in one day either, is it now? And I'm just stirring the pot here a little bit, being a two-wheel guy. Andrew Short has taken over third spot from Michael Lessie. It took him a while to do it, but here's how it happened.
Yeah, he gets up beside Alessi, and Alessi at this point looks like he is out of gas, and I mean out of gas physically. Looked over, basically give the position to Andrew Short.
Andrew Short, riding very strongly here, is also working on a fine day in his 2007 season, and he's doing a pretty good job of it, Aaron Bates.
Indeed he is, you guys. Well, I was able to catch up with him earlier there this afternoon and find out what's going on with his training program. Come to find out, just 3 weeks ago, his trainer, Michael Johnson, in other words known as MJ, ended up having a pretty serious spill and injured himself pretty bad to the point where he's still in the hospital. But considering his wife, Jackie Short, is also a motocross racer herself, she's stepped up to the plate and is out with Andrew every single day, cycling, riding, doing whatever it takes to fill in while MJ heals up.
Well, that's a great story, and for Andrew Short, 7th, 5th, 4th in the first 3 rounds of the season. Now he's running 3rd. He's making improvements the way you like to.
Yeah, well, Brian, I know you being a cyclist, you can appreciate MJ. This guy is an incredible cyclist. We've all the top guys have been with him, but man, look at the battle heating up here now with Chad Reed and Michael Lessie.
Well, Reed, who finished 3rd in the first moto, is on the wheel of Michael Lessie, who, as you said, looks to be kind of running out of gas a little bit. Maybe his reserves are not that deep, being a small guy, being a newcomer to the big bike. He's in a wrestling match with a herd of alligators out there compared to what he's used to riding in the lights class.
Or at least the kangaroo here is catching up to the back of the Australian Chad Reed.
I'll buy that. So Alessi about to have a fight with a kangaroo here for the 4th place position, as Chad Reed doing this race, as he has said, in preparation for the upcoming Motocross of Nations, in which he expects to compete as a representative of Team Australia against the defending Team USA, which will host the event here at Budds Creek later in September. We're looking forward to that event, but right now we're looking forward to the end of this one. Tonight on the bike events on Speed, on demand online, and it's all free courtesy of Yamaha. So log on now to speedtv.com, keyword Yamaha, and get up to speed. Well, with Ricky Carmichael having taken that #1 position away from James Stewart here in Moto #2, the stage is set for him to do what he came here to accomplish, but it was by no means a given that he would. Now, eventually, perhaps he would get win number 100 because he has a couple more races on the schedule. But to do it here, as the white flag flies, is quite an accomplishment.
Well, it definitely is, and to put that into perspective, the top of the win list used to be Bob Hanna with 37, okay? James Stewart, so now Hanna sets 2nd. James Stewart, the current 2nd, is 31. Yours truly has 30 wins. I thought I had a bunch. Carmichael has over 3 times that many, so it is just, in any motocross competition, he has just been unbeatable. And, I mean, you just can't say enough about him, and it is an incredible feat.
2 undefeated seasons. It has already been written that he has rewritten the record book in every way, and the title of greatest of all time has all but been bestowed on him. Carmichael with 99 wins in motocross. Look at Scott Parker in his long and illustrious career, amassed 94 wins in flat track. McGrath, of course, the standard by which everyone was judged until recently, with 72. And Rich Oliver in 250 GP road racing with 71 wins. Everybody figured that was a huge number. It's not 100, and that's what Ricky Carmichael's going for today.
You know, and a lot of people ask Ricky why he's retiring. He's relatively young. He's still at the top of his game. The reason is that the amount of dedication that he has to put into this, and how he has his racing program, he just feels that he cannot keep doing this year after year at this pace. And he's not going to disrespect any of his past accomplishments by slowing down a little bit. So he figured that's why he's just going to go out on top here, give it his very best effort, and we all have to be so proud of him, and he is so inspirational for all motorsports and athletes in general.
It may be perhaps the ultimate accomplishment to go out truly on top, as Ricky Carmichael has stated he wants to do. He's signaling to his mechanics and to his supporters, and in fact to everyone in the mechanics area, that he is proud of himself here today, and justifiably so, as he makes the final turn towards the finish line jump. Ricky Carmichael has done it. Win number 100 will go in the books with this wave of a checkered flag. Carmichael has accomplished something no one in the two-wheeled sport has ever done before. 100 wins in the premier class of competition. A great accomplishment that will stand along with all of the others that he has performed, and it's done here today. You were there to watch. And James Stewart, of course, comes over, has to give his props to the man that passed him and pulled away to win. With that, we'll take a short commercial break, and I don't know about you, but I'm very anxious to hear what Ricky Carmichael has to say after that.